Hello and good morning. Welcome back to the Forestlake Morning Show. My name is Tyler.
I'm Brendan.
And we regret to inform you that, yes, we are still making podcasts here down in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
You may not have seen us in a bit of time. Basically, I got stuck in Ohio. That's what happened. And that is what happens to people, but it's okay because good things come of it. Mm-hmm. But we are back together here for just a week before. Where are you going?
Sayonara, baby. Japan. Yeah, we took a little hiatus there. And we'll probably take another hiatus.
Yeah, we'll take another hiatus for a bit. It's just life. Life is kind of happening at this time. And, you know, we're going to hop into what we normally do with getting you the music news that you probably don't know about that's going on. But also just some life updates. So Brendan's going to Japan to, he's going to spread the international basis for Forestlake across that demographic.
I am the Forestlake liaison.
Yes.
In Japan.
And we need to build up our Asian fan base. Mm-hmm. So
strictly business.
Strictly business. So he'll be gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks?
2.5.
2.5 weeks. If he doesn't fall in love and stay there and not come back. And then I'm stuck here running this by myself. But we're here and we're going to do the most of it. We'll have another special episode this week too for all of our... Should we keep it a secret?
No.
Okay, we're going to do a Swiftie episode.
Oof.
Taylor Swift fans out there, if you're watching, we're going to hook you up with some really cool information regarding Taylor Swift that I think you'll enjoy. And we'll enjoy as well talking about. But in light of that, should we just hop into some news? Just get right into the
Let's hop right back. Like nothing happened. Like we weren't gone for a month and a half.
Yeah, because we know you all knew. We were just, our DMs were flooded with people saying, where are you guys? What happened? Did you cancel the show? What's going on?
We're back.
We're back, yeah. We're still in a band, actually. That's the thing. So we are working on some music. And I will say it's kind of good to just get away for a little bit. I think creatively. There you go. Creatively. I kind of, whatever that word was, it sounded
That's what happens when you're stuck in Ohio. Diving into some news.
Yeah, jumping into some news. Take it away, Brennan. What you got, man?
So we talked about this before, kind of the whole Spotify versus Apple debate. Which one do you like? Which one performs better? All that stuff. Some stats came out recently back in February of this year. And it was kind of always a thing where Apple Music wouldn't say how many users they have, how many subscribers, all that kind of stuff. We have some actual stats that came out. So Spotify topped the charts as predicted. Sorry, Tico, at 44.4 million subscribers.
Okay.
In the month of February.
Just for the single month.
Just for that month. That's crazy. Apple Music trailed at 32.6 million, followed by Amazon Music in third place at 29.3 million. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to dive into some mental math here and just understand how much money these... I wanted to call them labels right there, but they're not. So if you figure 44.4 million subscribers, paying subscribers, and on average, what, $10 a month? I think it's like $9.99. You can have some students, which are cheaper.
Yeah, like half the price.
Family plans, which are more, but you average it out maybe $10 just to make it easy. That's $444 million in the month of February.
Yeah. That's
outrageous.
And not to mention, I'm going to give you a boost of information with this because I had found something regarding Spotify. Just to make $12,000 annually as an artist with streams, you'd have to get 3 million streams annually on your song because the average payout is 0.006 cents, dollars.
Yeah.
I don't even know what word you use.
So I've actually heard it ranges from like 0.003 to 0.005 or 6, depending on like the artist, depending on the whole situation or whatever it is.
So this is why it's astronomical because they're not paying artists, and that's why there's a big debate. They're pocketing so much cash.
$444 million a month, and they're paying an artist that gets 1 million streams. They're paying them $4-ish grand.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous what the dichotomy between what they're expending and what they're profiting. So that is ridiculous. That's just for 1 month.
Yeah, for 1 month.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spotify for doing it right. I don't know what the appeal to Spotify is. I really don't.
Oh, it's the best.
Like, why do you have an iPhone, but you're on Spotify? I mean, I have both of them, but I just the integration of the Apple app. It's like, here's an argument, and we'll bring it up because I wanted to ask your thought on Threads, or I was going to ask the people's thoughts on Threads, which is the new social media app. You have Threads, which is integrated with Instagram, So there's similarity, there's compatibility. So what the you on Spotify for if you have an iPhone? Because majority of those people probably have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Is it really that much
that's
better?
a fair point, but
User
yeah.
interface, is it really that great?
I think so. Yeah.
You like the whole DJ thing still?
Yeah. I feel like everyone wants a progression, and I think it started with iTunes. Like everyone on their laptop or like big old computer had iTunes, and you'd have to buy the songs, buy the albums, and then Spotify came out, and it was like, whoa. Spotify I can just pay back then like $6 a month, and I get all the songs. I feel like it just became what it is, and it's like unstoppable at this point. So I think it was perfect timing on their part. Everyone migrated to it, and no one really wants to go back to like
True, and
Apple
I think
Music.
and I think they integrated some things before Apple Music with the whole like listeners also listen to how it picks music for
the
you.
Recommendations, playlists.
Apple Music had to catch up on that, and that's probably why people like Spotify so much.
Yeah.
Really interesting though, number wise.
It's bonkers.
That's crazy. Because I always tried to say why Apple Music was better than Spotify, and I would be like, we have more songs, like as if I'm working for Apple
the numbers.
Music. Yeah, I guess not. Not in this case.
You're advocating Apple Music.
Yeah. Some other news here that we have going on in Las Vegas on Tuesday, July 4th, because we just passed up the holiday. Hope everyone had a great, safe holiday. Hope you have all your fingers, and it was awesome. And in Las Vegas, the Sphere, which we've talked about before, but U2 is going to be opening it in 3 months. But the actual venue is supposed to be just insane. Not just for the audience members that are inside, but if you saw any video on social media of the Sphere, they lit it up on July 4th this past week, and it was a spectacle to see. The reason being is because it is 366 feet tall and it's 516 feet wide. So this thing's massive. They claim it to be the largest spherical structure in the world.
Jeez.
Okay, I can't even think of any other spherical structures in the world. So it's really one of the 7 wonders. Actually, it is the 8th wonder of the world. There's only 7, right?
There's 7. Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I feel like there's a bunch of like
things that could be
additional ones, but
like the Burj Khalifa should probably be one.
Should
or something. Isn't that like the tallest building in the world? I don't know. Well, so anyway, this building is claimed to be the largest spherical structure in the world, and the reason being is the entire outside surface is filled with 1.2 million hockey-sized puck LED lights. So if you did see the video, and if not, we can link some links on the description below. The thing can be controlled to be any sort of spectacle it wants to be, whether it's, then that's visually. So it can be like an actual globe spinning as, you know, the Earth is rotating. It can be synchronized in the same manner. It can be literally anything. I think they had like bouncing basketballs on it. They had like an eyeball. They made it like an eyeball.
Yeah, I saw that. So for the 4th, though, it was really cool. They did like the fireworks display.
Yeah.
And it was nuts. It was so
crazy.
Cool looking.
Yeah, and then I think they like spun the flag around the whole outside of it. So it's really something incredible to see. And when U2 kicks it off September 29th, it'll be supposedly the most immersive experience ever. It's total augmentation. It has like a 215-foot IMAX type feeling screen that goes over the audience where the band plays. So it's like really immersive. So it'll be interesting to see how
the most panic-inducing show
it might
ever
be
created.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But what else you got for us in the people out there?
Yeah. So kind of staying with Apple a little bit. I think we all know Apple. We talked about this before. Apple launched the classical music app back in, I think, March. So earlier this year. Live Nation is kind of getting into it a little bit. Live Nation launched their own app called Mindful Nation. And instead of classical music, it's going to be meditation music. It's meditation with music. So I think that's really cool. It incorporates music into meditation. Normally, like meditation would be like some really boring like back soundscape and someone talking over top, or like just a nature soundscape or something like that. But they're going to be incorporating music into it, which is, I think, should be interesting.
Live Nation that really only does live events. Like that's their main stick. So now
they're owned by Ticketmaster.
Okay.
So yeah, they like dominate that market of
so they're trying
live shows.
They're trying to get into the other market of streaming.
Yeah, I think so. And so I guess this kind of started where like it was originally launched for employees.
Okay.
This mindful app, meditation with music, and it was a hit. People loved it, and so they brought it into the mass market. It's geared towards like touring artists to prevent them from like getting burnt out on the road, crews on the road, and just you're like average music fan.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I also like the name Mindful Nation.
Yeah, Mindful
Really,
Nation. I
what a
thought that
play
was
on
really
words, yeah.
that's neat. I like
Somebody in that marketing department, give that kid a raise for that.
that. Yeah,
That's funny.
for sure. What you got?
The one other thing that I really wanted to say here was TikTok. Of course, we had to bring it up. And social media new app Threads. Well, we all talk about the algorithm and how it's a piece of crap, especially with Instagram, because you follow people, but you don't see their stuff. TikTok, I found out some interesting information that I just thought was, really trivial to share. But for every one like you get, I gotta look at my notes here. It's so far away. I should just grab the paper. Why am I even waiting? One like for every 10 views triggers TikTok to show it to more people. So I'm giving you guys insider information if you don't know. This is how the algorithm works. If I disappear over the next few days, somebody from China came out to get me. That's because they're owned by Chinese tech.
I like how you have to explain that.
It's because they're owned by a Chinese.
Tyler's canceled.
Yeah. Okay. So TikTok, when you upload a video, they're only going to show it to a small group of people in between popular videos, so that those users don't get bored. And then again, like I said, for one like, you get one like for every 10 views. It will trigger TikTok to show it to more people. So, try to get people to like your stuff.
That's kind of a good algorithm.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm sure it's a little more in depth. There's no like equation for it. But they also have a velocity measure for engagement. So say you suddenly get like 20 likes or suddenly get a number of views, your video will obviously go out there more. So TikTok's triggering or it's tracking engagement, and that's what it's all about, right? Because then it'll start to think it's a popular video, so it starts sharing it with more people.
Yeah.
And that's why users have reported their views coming in like waves. So like maybe you posted it yesterday or a day ago and you just suddenly see like a boom in like views or something, which I've actually seen with some videos. And it is like a waves kind of thing, because that's just the algorithm doing its thing.
That's interesting. I think we've always kind of wondered like how TikTok works.
Yeah.
Like you see random videos that explode and you're like, wow, how did that happen?
Yeah. Why did that happen? It's just,
but that seems fair. Like if 10% of people like it, it gets
boosted. Yeah. So get your people to like your stuff. Yeah. And then it's also like, well, what's the deal with Threads, right? Because Threads is the new hot thing. The fastest app that has been downloaded in record time. I think in 7 hours it had 10 million downloads, 10 million active users. In 2 days it had 70 million.
That's crazy.
So that's nuts. And this is obviously, if you don't know, Threads came out Wednesday, the day after 4th of July. It's Facebook's, or I should say Meta's version of Twitter.
Why is it different from like Facebook? Like what
Different
makes
from
it
Facebook
different?
or Twitter?
I mean both. Like
so
all these social medias just like pop up and you're like, what's different about it?
Yeah, we're not on Threads. I know there's people who, say, oh, you should be on there, especially as a musician, because you can be like, the first person to get out there and be on there. But I guess what's different about it is Twitter has been going through many changes since Elon Musk took over, and it's actually lost people. They've been losing a number of users at an astronomical rate. So obviously, if you're Mark Zuckerberg, there's competition with him and Elon, so you probably want to take his customers if you're just in that kind of business. And this is like the beta version of Twitter back when Twitter was out.
Did you see the whole thing with Zuckerberg and Musk where they're trying to fight? Yeah. Do like a cage match?
But Zuckerberg actually knows how to fight.
That is true.
He's like
Elon's a little bigger.
He is bigger. So Zuckerberg's like a jiu-jitsu guy, trained or been training, and then Elon's just like, I'm going to sit on you and call it the walrus move. And
I did see that, yeah.
It's funny.
He's kind of joking around with it.
Elon Musk is funny because he doesn't give a fuck what he says. Like, he'll troll anybody, doesn't care. He knows he's the richest person in the world, I think, right now. He surpassed Bezos.
One of them, yeah. I feel like once you start getting into like the Saudi guys, like the oil guys,
those guys,
you can't even.
They never make it to our media in the conversation. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I mean,
I guess they called up like Dana White
to run the fight.
To run the fight, yeah.
I'd pay to watch it.
Oh, for sure.
I'd pay to watch that.
That would be a bigger fight than like a McGregor fight.
It probably would, dude. Who wouldn't want to see that? It'd probably be a shitty fight, honestly. It probably would not be that great of a fight, but I'd still pay to see it. Yeah. But anyway, Threads is like the new hot thing. That's what it's about. We're not on it. I've already seen people's Instagrams. It links their Threads. So there's like on their profile, it has like these numbers.
Yeah.
I'll probably get on it eventually. I don't know if Forestlake will. Maybe. I don't know. It's like... I've heard pros and cons. People are maybe just saying it's cool, even though it's really a piece of shit, like in how it operates and what you can and can't do with character limits and you like just the ease of access, the way Twitter was. Personal preference, maybe, but let us know your thoughts. Do you like Threads? Are you on Threads? What are your thoughts on Threads? Comment below, baby.
We get 0 comments.
We get 0 comments. So yeah, if you could give us 1 like for every 10 views, and
there it is.
We'll trigger the YouTube TikTok algorithm.
All right, moving on. I thought this was cool. Rihanna became the first female artist to have 10 songs reach 1 billion streams on Spotify.
Okay.
I thought that was great because for once, Taylor Swift is not in our news. You know?
We're not hearing about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Also, give her some creds because she hasn't released an album since 2016 and that still happened. That's crazy.
That's a boss-ass bitch right there. Dude.
Yeah. She, like, really?
Yeah.
I guess she was also the youngest self-made female billionaire.
Really?
Yeah. She's killing it.
Man.
She's killing it.
And she's so cool. She's never she's never doing anything bad. It's Rihanna. Yep. Like she's, you know, you talk about Queen, Beyonce, and, you know, Taylor Swift and her fandom army, but it's like Rihanna's like this quiet, respectful, like calm, badass.
I kind of put her in a category of like Adele, where she's like just very humble,
yeah,
like
Adele's
very,
like that too.
very nice,
very humble, very cool, not
and just a great
trouble.
artist. Yeah,
a mother now too, I think as well.
Mother.
So shout out to Rihanna who slayed the Super Bowl. But I think that is just sweet that you haven't put out music since 2016 and you're breaking records as the first female artist to do that.
Yep. Props to you.
Props to Rihanna, baby.
Props to you.
Do we know the male artist?
I don't. No.
That's okay. We're spotlighting females right now, so it doesn't matter.
That's right.
It's probably like it had to be Justin Bieber, I would assume.
You think so?
I think so. I don't think it would be Ed Sheeran or The Weeknd. They haven't been
for like the 10 songs to reach 10
songs to reach 1 billion streams. It's probably Justin Bieber because he's been around since like 16 years old or
yeah,
12,
maybe. We'll look into it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really have any other information other than. Do you have some more stuff?
Yeah, I'll hit you.
Okay. Let me say one last thing.
Yeah.
We got Olivia Rodrigo coming out with a new album in September called Guts, September 8th. And I'm only bringing this up because, one, I have a crush on Olivia Rodrigo. And two, the song was actually, she has a new song called Vampire. It's her single. And we were joking about this earlier that I was listening to the radio this week and they only play the same 4 songs on rotation. I kid you not, the 4 songs on rotation, they'll play the 4 songs, go to commercial for like an hour. Well, it seems like an hour. Then they just
come right back.
Then they come right back and play the same 4 songs. And I just sat there and listened to it for I don't know what reason. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen's Last Night. Is that what the title is?
Last Night.
We Let the Liquor Talk.
Yeah, I think so.
And then they play this one song that it's a redo from some country artist, but it's like an older song, but he like turned it in his old version. Just those same 4 ones on repeat. But Vampire came out so good. People thought it was about Taylor Swift, actually.
Interesting.
Bloodsucker, fame fucker, you're such a damn vampire or something like that. That's what there's
Weren't
a theory.
They friends?
Well, they got some beef, I guess. What? I don't know why, because
it's hard to keep up, man.
Yeah, there's the beef resonates from Deja Vu, Olivia Rodrigo's song that came out on the album Sour, which Jack Antonoff and Taylor Swift are credited for because I think they wanted money from it. And then also Olivia said that the song was influenced by a Taylor Swift song.
Like T Swift needs more money. I think she grossed like 1.4 or is on track to do like
we talked about that
$1 billion on the Eras tour. She's
going to be the highest grossing touring artist.
Yeah.
And Beyonce, who's on her world tour, is not even going to make. Well, she's going to make 1.2, I think, or something. The number was just shy of $200 million or whatever.
Yeah.
But oh well, what are you gonna do?
Crazy.
So yeah, check it out. Olivia Rodrigo's new song Vampire. Did we talk that we're not doing the artist of the week today? Did we say that early on?
Yeah, we didn't come prepared.
Okay, yeah.
For
So
that.
we're not doing artist of the week today, just because we're getting back in the swing of things, and things are a little different this week with life, moving, traveling. But we will get back to it, and we will be having guests on the show very soon. Some really cool guests once our schedules all work out. But with that, Brendan's gonna give us some more information on
the
music industry.
Touching on touring, let's end it with one of our favorite bands, Coldplay.
Hey, let's go, baby. We love Coldplay.
I feel like Coldplay gets talked a lot on this show. We talk a lot about Coldplay.
Yep.
This one's good. This is positive about Coldplay. It's not like an opinionated thing. This is factual. So Coldplay reduced its touring emissions by 47%. That's been their whole thing, like over the last two tours.
Yeah.
They've been big on reducing emissions. So down by 47%. Their goal was 50%. So they failed. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. They've been doing this by implementing like electric vehicles, electric battery systems that power the entire show, which is crazy. Alternative fuels, reducing plastics, waste. You know, they're using those like paper water bottles now. When you buy a ticket, your money also goes to a bunch of causes. Like it plants trees. They planted like 5 million trees or something like that so far. It's crazy. Ocean cleanup, all these like great causes. Yeah, that's crazy.
You don't have to give me another reason why I need to tell people that Coldplay's the best, greatest band in the world.
Down by 47%. They're saying they're using electric vehicles. It kind of goes back to the whole thing. Like electric vehicles are still powered by like coal plants, right?
Yeah, true. The
But
hidden opportunity.
still.
So it's still like impressive, and I'm sure there are, regardless of that, they're still doing amazing things, right? Like we've gone to Coldplay shows. They have the platforms where as people are jumping to their songs in the live show,
They're powering like the B stage or something.
right.
Like that.
They're generating electricity to power their show, which is awesome. Then they have people that can like sit on bicycles. I don't know
Yeah.
why you would do that, but you can.
Yeah. I think it's funny. Chris Martin's dad, I think,
He did, yeah.
he
At one
was
of his
sitting there
shows.
like
pedaling away.
trucking away.
It's just a beautiful effort that they decided to pursue, and crazy that they have been able to achieve such a massive percentage. I do know when it was around the 2019-2020 era, they were expected to go on tour, but they said, look, we can't go on tour as soon as you want us to, because we need to figure out how to make this carbon neutral or like, efficient with fuel and everything, because touring, just think about it, right? What Taylor Swift, Beyonce, anybody who has to do international touring with a gigantic stage and massive amounts of equipment and the crew.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not talk about the crew costs who are taking up, more carbon emissions with flights and buses and whatever. It's not great for the environment. Coldplay realized that, and they decided to at least fight it.
I think it's great. I think a lot of artists are gonna slowly follow that path here.
Yeah, like Forestlake. Going on a world tour.
Bingo.
Kicking it off in Japan.
World tour with 3 songs.
World tour with 3 songs.
The fastest show you've been to.
The fastest show. Attention spans are getting shorter. I don't know what more the people would want from a band than that.
Yeah. I think that would increase our emission costs if we're just going there and playing like 3 songs.
3 songs, then leave
Yeah.
it. Unless it's acoustic set, we can just travel with just us and some guitars and just backpack like some hippies across the country.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay, that's a good idea. We will see you guys later this week with some wonderful episode about Taylor Swift for the Swift Nation. And then we'll also probably do another episode before you head out for overseas travel.
Yeah, possibly.
In Japan. Wouldn't it be sweet if we could do a podcast while you're in Japan?
Do an international one. Be like
streaming live
3 in
from
the morning,
Japan, dude.
my time.
Is it 12 hours ahead?
It's something like that.
That would be so cool, though. Like, imagine if we just put like a little screen here and it's just like virtual AI Brendan or something.
Just put like a laptop. I'm on Zoom.
Yeah. It's just, you're just sitting here and the microphone's still lined up and everything. We're just shooting it. Maybe we will.
We'll look into it.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to head out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. Hope you're doing fun, safe things with your friends and family. And then also let us know about Threads if you're on it, if you like it, if you hate it. And listen to more Forestlake.
That's right. More to come.
More to come for sure. All right, everybody. Peace out from the Forestlake Morning Show.
See ya.